The true biography of Felix Manalo is a gun, written and created by your humble servant, Jerry Cajelon. Just call me Tatang JC. Thank you very much. Part 4 of the biography of Felix Manalo is a good. In later part of the year 1907, the Presbyterian and Methodist Church administrations jointly founded the famous and ultra-modern pastoral college in the Philippines, the Union Bible Seminary in Malate, Manila, and under the leadership of Reverend Wright and Reverend Farmer. The main purpose of unifying the two Protestant schools, the Ellenwood Bible School by the Presbyterians and the Florence Nicholson Seminary by the Methodists, was to consolidate and highly elevate the degree or quality of education in divinity of those wanting to be future pastors and ministers in the Philippines. However, unknown to almost everyone, Sir Felix Manalo was aspiring to a higher teaching position within the Union Bible Seminary. With this, Sir Felix had thought and decided not to use the name Isagun to conceal his father's name from the Americans. Surely, everyone knows that his father was a Katipunero who fought against the Americans too. He wanted to avoid anything which may conflict or block his ambition to become a reputable professor of divinity with the Americans. He simply changed his name to only Felix Manalo without even the father's middle initial at first and on any of his official signatures. In the opening of Union Bible Seminary, the selection of those to become professors of divinity from the best candidates among Methodist and Presbyterian pastors and ministers at the time was assigned to the Methodist administration. It was tasked to create a selection board in screening all the candidates for the reputable position. Unfortunately, Sir Felix Manalo was disqualified and unaccepted as a candidate for selection. In other words, he shall simply remain as an evangelist for now, doing the Presbyterian religious works called the missions. One of the reasons for disqualification was having sexual-related complaints and allegations against him from a few young female Presbyterian members. One of them was the illicit affair with the finance secretary in Malate, city of Manila, where he is assigned as a school teacher, a pastor, and the administrator. Accordingly, It is strictly prohibited in the Presbyterian Church, especially to pastors and ministers, in having any form of perverted lust or sexual relationship with the members in their respective jurisdiction. This can cause as a stumbling block in the congregation. This pertains to Sir Felix Manalo's illicit sexual affair with Tomasa Sereneo, whom he married later because she became pregnant. Another serious reason for non-acceptance of candidacy to an advanced professional teaching position was the lack of college degree or education, and at the least having no high school diploma to present. So, it is apparent why he was not given the opportunity to become an honorable pastor or reputable professor at Union Bible Seminary. Again, because of this failure, he again became very depressed and consequently developed huge hatred in himself against his fellow Presbyterians and Methodists. Subsequently, in the first part of the year 1908, he resigned as an evangelist and withdrew his affiliation with the Presbyterians. Thereafter, he joined the belief of the Christian and Missionary Alliance, or in short, was called the Christian Mission, popularly known as the Disciples of Christ. Together with Mistress Madame Tomasa Sereneo of Ulilang Kawayan in Paco, Manila, who was only 16 years old at the time, which is likely considered minor or immature, Sir Felix Manalo started a new and different life. In their illicit relationship for almost 3 years, they ended up getting married when she became pregnant, although this was not Sir Felix's original intent. Unfortunately, in her second pregnancy, she suffered serious internal bleeding or hemorrhage, which caused misbirth or miscarriage, which ended her life. Maybe this was because of her being too young or premature to enter a sexual relationship or engage in marriage. Shortly, just few months after the passing away of Madame Tomasa, Sir Felix immediately started a secret intimate affair or relationship with one of his female students in the Christian Mission Bible School he was attending. She's a 17-year-old student named Honorata de Guzman of Rizal. Obviously, the relationship was discovered, so the administration asked Sir Felix to voluntarily resign his position due to his violation of the school rules and policies in the Disciples of Christ or Christian Mission. The frequent talk about their illicit affair in the school became a serious stumbling block in the entire religious congregation. So due to this circumstance, Sir Felix Manalo decided to pause his religious works, move on in his life without any religious affiliations. He lived with his younger sister, Mercedes. Eventually, the religious words and teachings of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the Philippines is resonating nationwide due to the popularity of Madame Ellen Goldwhite. Her devotion to her prophetic teachings whilst also spreading interpretations of visions in her own dreams and the exact, per se, prediction of the second advent of the Lord Jesus Christ. She is also dedicated in the strict observance of Saturday as Sabbath day. Sir Felix Manalo became an avid and serious reader of Madame Ellen G. White's books and writings. He was then emboldened and challenged an Adventist minister named L.V. Finster for a religious debate or discourse. Those who personally witnessed this event or incident, they believe Sir Felix lost the debate because of his boastfulness and over self-confidence per se. However, through what others had heard of what Sir Felix told them, they said he conceded per se to his rival because the teachings or doctrines of the Seventh-day Adventism were of the truth. But according to his colleagues and acquaintances, Sir Felix Manalo himself admitted per se of being overwhelmed by the truth. So then, the latter hearsay that he was overwhelmed by the truthfulness of Adventism became the basis of him being able to convince and lead many more innocent souls into the lake of fire by dipping them in that mossy water along the Pasig River. These pitiful souls were scammed by Sir Felix Manalo, for they all died without becoming members of the society he established and registered officially at the end, the Iglesia ni Cristo. Shortly thereafter, in the mid-part of 1911, he finally joined the Sabbatists. He became a devoted evangelist and a zealous debater among the Catholics, Protestant Methodists, Presbyterians, and members of the Christian mission. It became very easy and apparent for Sir Felix to convince, gain the support, and lead his former colleagues and acquaintances into his newer belief about the Sabbatism. Also, it became easier to overcome his religious rivals in any debate related with the words from the Bible because Sir Felix Manalo already knew the details of their beliefs. Of course, there is a saying which goes like this: know your enemies so you can easily beat them. That is, better prepare and gain a strategic advantage to ascertain your adversary's defeat. In the same year, and at the same time, he was secretly seeing and intimately engaging with former student Honorata de Guzman in the Christian mission. Then, in early part of 1913, he took her away from the parents to satisfy their sexual escapade and affair. Eventually, they were married by Pastor Emiliano Quijano inside the Christian Mission Church in Singalong, Manila, as requested by the parents of Madame Honorata de Guzman. Here you can clearly see the sexual lust or perverted desires of Sir Felix Manalo is directed towards very young girls of minor ages. In today's world, this is known as the sexual obsession or corruption of minors. To my dear brothers and sisters, friends, countrymen, and acquaintances, please stay tuned for the upcoming Part 5 of the biography of Sir Felix Manalo. Isagun in my next presentation on the Internet of the Cyber World. To my dear brothers and sisters, friends, countrymen, and acquaintances, please like, share, and subscribe also to my YouTube channel so you can easily follow through on my next significant manifestations or testimonies. Thank you very much.